Okay, now we should have some integrations connected. And let's go over to agent automations here. Now our agent automations are extremely powerful. And so I'm gonna add a new workflow. You might be wondering, like, what is an automation? Well, an automation is everything that you want to happen based off of certain triggers. And you can think of this very similar to Zapier, where you're connecting different applications based off of certain triggers. So for every automation, we're gonna pick a trigger. Are we gonna do when a conversation's ended? So when your AI just has a conversation, or maybe only when they book an appointment. We're working on a form submitted on your website. It can trigger one. Or you can send a webhook from an external system into Local Business Pro to trigger an automation. Or when you're updating a conversation status. Or when our system is connected to your CRM and you mark an appointment as completed in your CRM, we can trigger some stuff as well. So let's go with conversation finished. Now, what we're looking at here, so I'm gonna come up and name this, and I'm gonna do a very simple, like if a customer is going to cancel, I wanna know about it. So I'm just gonna write customer, cancel customer. And I'm gonna go ahead and save. So that way it's all set up. Now, you might be wondering, like, what's this little tag over here? Well, we want your AI to be able to analyze the conversation to pull out variables that you can use later in your decision tree. So for example, I'm going to go into here and say, will cancel. And I'm going to provide instructions from my AI Receptionist. So if the customer is requesting to cancel their account, then please mark this as a yes. If they are unsure, then also mark this as a yes. But if they did not mention canceling or anything like that, then please mark this as a no. Now, sometimes AI does weird things, right? Sometimes it goes true, false, yes, yeah, maybe, kinda, I don't know. There's a lot of different ways that it can have this, but if I'm gonna build an automation off of this, I need to know if it's a yes or if it's a no. So I can come down here and I can actually define expected responses, kind of like a multiple choice on a test. So I can just say yes or no. Okay, so we've got that saved. We've got all of our conversation variables. I can go in here and add all of them. And now I'm gonna click on plus. And now we've got a ton of actions that we can do. And if you just connected your a CRM or an external connector in our integrations, and you're not seeing it here, go ahead and click on refresh actions, and you'll notice that the Go High Level ones are gone because we don't have Go High Level connected on this account. So that's how you can make sure that you get up-to-date actions here. So conversation just finished. We're building a notification system that if a customer is going to cancel, we know about it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on if else. And I'm going to say will cancel here. So anytime that it's going to cancel, it's going to go down this branch. I can add multiple branches or a default branch. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do one branch here. And my variables are pretty simple, right? We did that conversation variable. So I'm going to come here, and it's nothing with the contact, nothing about the business, but it's conversation. And I'm going to say will cancel. So if customer will cancel, is equal to, greater than, less than, is equal to yes, and I can keep it that, or I can say or, and then I can go ahead and add a condition in there, so it gets pretty sophisticated. I'm just gonna keep it with that. So now we've got our branch logic. Conversation finished, it's gonna analyze the variable, and then based off of what that variable is, if it's yes, it's gonna cancel. If it's no, it's gonna default. So I'm gonna click on this, and as an owner, I want to know about it. So I'm going to do an outbound call. And on this outbound call, I'm going to say call to owner. And I can do customer recipient. I can put in my phone number here, put in a fake one. And I can, the initial message. So, hi Keaton, I just got off the phone with a customer who wants to cancel. Okay, I have some details for you. So now this is the prompt for the agent, the AI receptionist, to call me. And, I could have this call me and tell me jokes. Customers calling, going to cancel, and I'm really sad, so I want the AI to call me and tell me jokes. Probably not, right? But I could. So instead, I'm going to say, you just got off the phone with a customer who might want to cancel. Your job is to tell Keaton all about the phone call so that Keaton knows how to best act to save the customer. Now, I can come into here, because the question I have is like, well, how does the AI know about the phone call? Well, I can come into here and say contact, first name. So I can start building this out. And what are these curly brackets? This is weird. Well, our system will actually swap that out. So if Janice calls, this will like customer first name, Janice. It'll know all about that. Okay, now we're gonna go last name here, contact, last name. And then I can go in here, email, phone number, address, city, state, zip code, country, all of that stuff. Business, this is our business name. So in this case, Lawn Care R Us, business phone number, address, AI receptionist, name, position, conversation, status ID, admin notes, quote value, sales value, will cancel. So I have all this information here. And if they have an appointment, what kind of offering they had. But I don't have any way to describe what happened on the call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit save on that. I'm going to save my workflow. Just make sure everything stays. I'm going to come back up here to this conversation variables. I'm going to add a new conversation variable. Please summarize the conversation in great detail. If the customer is going to cancel, make sure you include why they want to cancel their account. Okay, and I'm not going to do an expected response because this is kind of like a free response. I want the AI to tell me everything. So I'm going to go that. And now look how cool this is. Call the owner, come down here, and now I can go to conversation summary. Now, when the AI reaches out to me, it's going to start with this line. And when I say, well, what was the customer's name? It's going to tell me the name. What was the customer's last name? It's going to tell me the last name. What were they calling about? It's going to tell me that summary. How cool is that? I'm going to go ahead and click on save that automation flow. It's locked in. And then I can turn it on officially. So that way, when a phone call happens, this will run all the way through and give me a phone call. How cool is that? So now we're going to go over to history. It's blank. Why? Because we don't have any phone calls here. But this will tell you every time a customer went through this workflow, they'll have that history there for you. Okay, let's go back over. We got that saved. We got cancel customer. We can see that it's published. We can see that we updated this on the today, which is the 24th of August, 2025. We can go ahead and view it. So the receptionist automation is incredibly powerful. If you guys are interested in that, we have a full course on it. Please go check that out. This is just a high-level overview.